Cause we're hanging out with Daywalker.
Come on.
She does what I say, I'm a smooth talker.
Yeah.
Chat, Daywalker here. We got another review. Marvel's new Black Panther. We're going to see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're talking about real quick. I don't know if they're talking about recasting. We got to see what they're talking about. All right, 13-minute video. Let's get into it.
Welcome back, everyone. Happy New Year. You've been asking for a new Black Panther to show up. It sounds like a new Black Panther is coming. Marvel is casting a new version of Black Panther, apparently, for Avengers 5 Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, in the Black Panther 3 movie, leading to a whole lot of follow-up questions like, which version of T'Challa is it going to be? Are they bringing someone from the multiverse to replace Chadwick Boseman's version in the MCU? Or are they straight up just recasting someone inside the MCU and using Secret Wars as a way to hand wave and explain why he looks different all of a sudden? Because apparently they've already reached out to an actor to play the role, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos.
Know who it
There's
is.
A bunch of big stuff coming up.
Who
this is
is
just the tip of the iceberg. Given everything that Marvel's been doing the last couple of years, I did not expect them to try and recast T'Challa, so the news that they might be doing that is actually a pretty huge deal. Everybody's...
Bro, I don't care, bro. Damn. It be the fans, bro. It be the fans messing stuff up for everybody, bro. Recast the man. We need more content. It's okay. Y'all, that's disrespectful. No one could be Chadwick Boseman, bro. Rest in peace, Chad, bro. Rest in peace, Tim, bro. Condolences to everybody. But I'm a fan. You understand? I'm a fan. I want to see Black Panther out there, bro. We don't have enough black superheroes out there, bro. And Black Panther is like the wealthiest, one of the most wealthiest heroes in the Marvel universe. Smartest. Wakanda. Bro, there's so many great things about this for you to be like, no, we're not going to recast him. That's crazy. And it's not even like the studio. The studio would love to. It'd be the fans, bro. It'd be y'all, bro. It'd be the same Zack Snyder verse. Y'all gonna hate on the next movie. So if they recast this, man, y'all gonna be sitting back going, how could you guys? Y'all not real fans, bro.
But he's been
I'm not talking to
Robert...
I'm not talking to the people that are fine with it. I'm not talking to the people that are fine with James Gunn. I'm not talking to the people, you know what I'm saying, that like to see superhero movies and don't care about recastings and stuff like that. If you're a true fan, all you want is content. You just want good content. It doesn't matter who plays it. It doesn't fucking matter. If it's good, it's good. If they have good writing, good production, it's just good, bro. Let me get to the
Downey Jr. memes. Like, as long as Marvel doesn't try to recast Black Panther with Robert Downey Jr. like they're doing with Doctor Doom, I think we'll be okay. But I think since the news broke, we've learned a little bit more about what Marvel is doing to handle this, because it's something that a large portion of the fan base has been asking for since Chadwick Boseman passed away. May he rest in power. One of the big things that his family has been saying since he passed away is that he would have wanted the Black Panther character to continue after his death, so he didn't have a problem with them actually recasting the role if that is what Marvel is trying to do. When the actual news dropped a couple days ago, the way everybody was wording it, they made it sound like it would be a straight-up recasting. This is the way the actual original quote goes. With Marvel reshuffling the deck in advance of Avengers Doomsday, in Avengers Secret Wars, in Robert Downey Jr. coming back not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom, the door is firmly open to be recast via the magic of the multiverse. An actor was actually offered the role this past fall, a couple of months after Robert Downey Jr.'s big reveal at Comic-Con that he would be returning as Doctor Doom. But that new Black Panther actor turned the role down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Chadwick Boseman's gigantic shoes, which may be too big to fill. Basically meaning that the actor that they reached out to, which is a...
Y'all know, y'all make it so hard for people, bro. Now we probably had a great actor that could have played Black Panther, and he's so scared to do it because he know y'all gonna be giving backlash. I don't mean to say y'all, bro. I don't mean to say y'all. I'm talking to, I'm not talking to the W supporters of superhero fandom. I'm not talking to y'all. When I say y'all, I'm talking to the people that would be mad if he was recasted. The studio wants it. Chadwick himself wanted it. And now we have another actor that would have done it if it wasn't for
afraid that whatever he did wouldn't be as good as Chadwick Boseman, and he would disgrace himself and Chadwick Boseman's memory. So, like, he didn't even want to try. But that all does sound like the people reporting this are saying that it will be a straight-up multiverse Black Panther twist, where another original T'Challa Black Panther will come to the MCU permanently by Secret Wars to replace Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther in the MCU going forward after Secret Wars. Meaning that he'd effectively take the mantle from Shuri instead of them just aging up his son T'Challa Jr. and having him take the mantle.
Right.
Which I think a lot of us were expecting based on the plot of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It seemed like that was the whole point of the movie, to explain that he did have a child who was also named T'Challa, so it was Marvel's way of having their cake and eating it too, and not trying to dishonor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. Like, they wanted to have a T'Challa Black Panther, but they didn't want to recast at the time, so the only way for them to make it all make sense without just straight up recasting him was to have a child with the exact same name, so that you could just call him T'Challa Black Panther.
I could have seen them like having like, but it wouldn't have made that much sense. But if he would have had a kid back when he was in, you know, America or whatever, you know, and the kid was really a teenager by that point in time, you know, bringing him in, kind of how they did Black Panther and stuff like that. He could have been a teenager. He could have been Black Panther at that point, you know.
He would just have a little junior at the end of his name that people would conveniently forget about, so that people would just think of him as the main Black Panther, T'Challa. But based on all this news, at least the way the people reporting it, if they are correct, it seems like Marvel is just doing all this logic hand-waving by saying that this new Black Panther will be from another universe, because so much of Avengers 5 Doomsday and Secret Wars are based on wrapping up the multiverse saga movies, based largely on the time runs out and more recent version of Secret Wars in the comics. That's kind of the gist, the vibe of what the Russo brothers said in the big Comic-Con announcement of Robert Downey Jr. and themselves coming back to do the movies. They're going to make a lot of changes to those comic book arcs to make them fit with what the MCU movies have already done, like basically close down all the plot that they've already done with the current multiverse arc. But a lot of you will remember what Kevin Feige literally said right after Chadwick Boseman passed away about the way they'd handle Black Panther going forward.
I wanted to acknowledge the devastating loss of a dear friend and member of the Marvel Studios family. Chadwick Boseman was an immensely talented actor and an inspirational individual who affected all of our lives professionally and personally.
Right.
His portrayal of T'Challa the Black Panther is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character. However, to honor the legacy that Chad helped us build through his portrayal of the King of Wakanda, we want to continue to explore the world of Wakanda.
So unless Kevin Feige has changed his mind or Disney made him change his mind, reading between the lines here, I think the only way for them to introduce a new version of T'Challa is to use the multiverse or age his son up dramatically. Right. There's still a lot of people out there that are torn about what this news release actually means, because it only says new T'Challa Black Panther. It doesn't specifically say that they're getting rid of his son or what they're doing with his son. So it is totally possible that the people reporting this news are just confused when it says they're casting a new T'Challa Black Panther. They could just be recasting an older version of his son. Based on what the director Ryan Coogler and the Marvel producers work...
That would make sense. They're saying like, yo, from a multiverse or from this universe, you can find an older T'Challa on some Trunks Dragon Ball Z type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just have an older version of the son come and, you know, take up the mantle. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Recast T'Challa, bro. Like, it's not that deep, bro.
On Black Panther 3 have said about that movie in the past, and we like literally just started talking about it a couple weeks ago because there was all this news from Kevin Feige confirming that they were making Black Panther 3. Based on everything that they've been talking about the past couple years, I still believe that Black Panther 3 will not be a big multiverse trope movie like Deadpool and Wolverine relied heavily on the multiverse. I think it'll be more of an MCU Earth-based movie like the previous Black Panther movies were, with loose ties to the other Marvel movies, but largely it will deal mostly with a separate plot, a little more self-contained, in the way that all Black Panther movies have been more self-contained than the other movies. Meaning that they do want this to be a multiverse Black Panther coming in to replace T'Challa. They'd bring him into the main MCU during Secret Wars, then he permanently takes the mantle of Black Panther during Black Panther 3 after all the crossover story is done and everybody has gone home. I still think that they're not planning to release it till right after Secret Wars so that they don't have...
Chad, I just thought about something, bro. It's really the fans that know Black Panther just because they watched the new movie Black Panther. Those are the fans that are making it so we cannot recast him. Anybody else who knew about Black Panther before the movies came out, they don't care if he's recasted, bro. Because they're real fans, bro. There's thousands of people that Wakanda forever only because of the movie, bro. Black Panther fans only because of the movie, bro. And Marvel and Disney, they have to give them a say in whether or not to recast this character now that they knew nothing about before the movie franchise. It's bull,
Have
bro.
to deal with a lot of the multiverse stuff. Maybe just like loose ties, sort of the way that the first Black Panther movie had to reference the events of Captain America: Civil War in like the opening minutes of the film. Like a lot of really crazy stuff just happened with the multiverse, but now we're more focused on problems with and around Wakanda, and we have this new version of Black Panther. All the talk of Marvel reshuffling their deck and using that as an excuse to introduce this new version of Black Panther is also parlance for the soft reboot of the MCU that Marvel has been planning on doing. Even as recent as a couple years ago, people inside Marvel were saying that they would be using Secret Wars as a big event to retune everything with the MCU that wasn't working, that they didn't like the past couple of years, fix any of the mistakes that they'd actually made, recast actors that they wanted to recast, and simplify a lot of the continuity of the movies and shows, characters' backstories, so that going forward, all the Marvel characters, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Avengers, all the mutants, everybody existed on the same Earth this whole time, and you didn't need a wild multiverse explainer to make it all work, or watch 100 movies just to explain everybody's plot going forward. One of the easiest TLDR Cliff's Notes versions of explaining this whole thing is DC TV with their Crisis on Infinite Earths. You probably remember this a couple years ago when it all went down. I did a whole bunch of videos about that. Right after that went down, Cisco had a great quote trying to sum up the way DC TV had soft rebooted their main universe.
An infinite number of Earths experienced a cosmic heat death. So now, not only do Superman, Supergirl, and Black Lightning live here, but now our entire timeline has been rewritten so that they've always lived here, and I don't remember owning this shirt.
Marvel's version won't be exactly like DC TV because they don't want to be viewed as copying something from another TV show in another cinematic universe. But it is kind of similar in the fact that Avengers Doomsday is meant...
That wouldn't be good. Marvel copying not DC movies, but DC TV shows. That's crazy.
...to collapse the Marvel multiverse, which they did during Crisis, and Secret Wars is meant to eventually remake it, which they also did at the end of Crisis. My assumption before all this recasting news was that everybody reporting it was just mistaken, like I said, about which T'Challa Marvel was casting for, and they would just bring in an older version of his son with like a totally different actor. Regardless, though, I do think we will see a multiverse Black Panther show up during Secret Wars. It just feels like too juicy of an opportunity for them to have. They actually did this with a version of Killmonger in another universe during the first couple seasons of What If. He was meant to be a darker, evil version of Black Panther. The one in the MCU is just stabbier, like the one from the multiverse was way, way worse. So if we see another multiverse one show up during Secret Wars, I think they don't want to dishonor the legacy of Black Panther that much, and whoever does show up will be a good version of the character helping the heroes. But I think because of everything they did with Black Panther Wakanda Forever in that version of Killmonger in the ancestral plane, in all the multiverse Killmonger stuff they did during What If, is why the multiverse Black Panther that they might be bringing back won't just be another version of Killmonger. All these reports don't clarify exactly how Marvel is going to handle all this multiverse Black Panther stuff between Avengers 5, Secret Wars, and Black Panther 3. My assumption is that we'll only see them during Secret Wars, and then they'll just come to the main MCU and be the main Black Panther, whoever it does wind up being, either an original T'Challa from another universe or the aged-up version of his son. And what they'll do is they'll just let Shuri be...
I think, like, as much as I'm cool with them recasting T'Challa, bro, it may look better if they just did his son, bro. Because there's going to be so many questions about a multiverse Black Panther. Like, what's his origin story? Is it the same? Why does he look different? Will the suit be the same, but the character be different? It may just be better if they age up his son, bro.
Be the main Black Panther
still so
in Avengers 5. Then, like, over the course of Secret Wars in that next Black Panther movie, she will pass the mantle to whoever this new T'Challa is. You might remember Doom War from the comics. They're not doing that in the MCU, but during that storyline, Dr. Doom tries to invade Wakanda to steal all their vibranium to upgrade his Doombots and himself. That was actually the storyline where Shuri had just become the new main Black Panther, and she had to deal with it as Black Panther because T'Challa had been attacked and almost killed by the Cabal. But he
That's
was still
cool.
alive during that, and after Doom War, he eventually came back and retook the mantle of Black Panther from her.
That would be a great
So it sounds
way.
like whatever Marvel's plan was a couple years ago when they made her the main Black Panther in Wakanda Forever, they never fully planned on her always being the main Black Panther going forward, just having it for a little while, then passing it on to the next T'Challa.
Good.
So everybody let me know in the comments if you'd rather see a multiverse T'Challa show up in Secret Wars.
Y'all let me know
than
in
to
my
stay in the
comments,
MCU
too.
and become that new main Black Panther
All right,
going forward.
y'all let me
Or
know
would
in
you
my
just rather
comments,
they age
too.
up his son T'Challa Jr. in Secret Wars and he takes the mantle?
What do
All
y'all
the
want?
reports about the
A
actor
recasting
Marvel
of
went
T'Challa? Chat, what do y'all want? A recasting of T'Challa or them to use his son and age up his son and give him the mantle of Black Panther? What would y'all want, bro? Let me know in the comments for real, man. I don't think there's anything else we really need to look at on this video. Make sure to subscribe.
Cause we're hanging out with Daywalker.
Come on.
She does what I say, I'm a smooth talker.
Yeah.